Good morning and welcome. On this channel I use the Commitment to Traders report to determine the direction I think the market is heading in. If you haven't already seen it, go onto my channel and look at the latest report which was out on Saturday, and you can see where I've got these figures. Well, you can see where I've got these figures from for long and short positions and how I get the overall ratio. Right, we'll start as ever with the New Zealand dollar, US dollar. That has had a little bit of a pullback the last few days. We had about 2 weeks of pullback. I think it might just go a little bit higher. I think you're looking at the top of the Bollinger Band here. And we've just gone above the 50 on the RSI. So I think when it gets about here, I might be entering into it short again. For a pullback down, but I'm looking this Friday for the commercials position to be increased to the downside, the short side. This is this brown line here. This is a monthly turning point historically and offers very heavy support. We saw it bounce off here about 2 weeks ago. We've got one to the north, which is giving us resistance above. So we're looking for this to turn back down anyway. The USD CAD, this has come down onto a historic turning point, giving us support. We've seen it come down underneath the 39.1 on the RSI. It's quite nice, and it comes back up, and it's just cutting through my trend line, which is a signal, a buy signal, and it's coming up. It's got a nice angle to it, so it's coming up quite steeply, and it's going. Well, I think it's going to turn back up. We're on the outer Bollinger Band now. We've seen the price for the oil come down, which affects the Canadian dollar. So we should see weakness on the Canadian dollar, and we're looking for strength on the US dollar. USD JPY. I got out of the trade here at the blue line, and it's actually come back up. I'm expecting to see a little bit more strength on this. We have a resistance line on the RSI, this blue line here, and I'm expecting the RSI to come up and hit this, or maybe just go over and then come back down. So we've had two strong candles last couple of days. We're starting up with a fairly weak candle now, but we'll see how that goes on during the day. I think that that should actually get a bit more strength. So we're leaving this alone at the moment and looking for it to come back up. Euro GBP. That's the British pound against the euro. So this is a monthly chart, and this is a brown line we've got here giving us resistance. So we can see just the top of this tail on this candle here, and over here this big red candle. This was the start of that downturn. So go back onto the daily chart, and as you can see, we came up to the brown line, slightly over, and then back down, and we've fallen back down. We've got a divergence of 3.41 to 1, and we've also we crossed the trend line here, which gave us our sell signal, and we came back down, and we came back down nicely underneath the 50. This is going down nicely. On the members centre, I have got some quite nice trades in this, which are doing very nicely. AUD Japanese yen. We've had a little bit of a pullback in this. So this, as far as I can see where it is, it might just go up again to this brown line here. So it's just a matter of just hanging on for a couple of days. We have started to flat out a little bit, but it's coming up to a little bit of resistance. If it gets over that, it might just get up to recent highs, and that would be a really good short position to take. Pound Australian dollar. This has come down for the last few months, and we came down onto resistance, this brown line here, which is a turning point, and now we're moving back up. We've gone back through the 50 on the RSI very nicely, and this looks a lovely trade. And now we're coming up, and we're going to go through, I hope, the 69.1. If you go through the 69.1, this will show a continued upward movement. We have a long ratio on the commitment of traders of 6.4 to 1. Okay, well that's it for today, and I'll be back with you tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. Cheers, bye now.